Okay, then get over here.
You're not gonna arrest me.
I sure am.
My son, no. You're not.
We are not doing this.
No! 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 Oh, God, here we go.
Hey!
Ow! Ah!
Please,
Ow! 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 Please, 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 please.
In most jobs, the line between personal and professional blur constantly, and no one bats an eye. But for cops, well, things are different. From shocking assaults to awkward confrontations, these 4 cases highlight the tension-filled moments when officers have to slap the cuffs on their colleagues' family members. Let's meet some NEPO felons. On March 30th, 2024, in an unnamed location, officers responded to a report of a suspicious vehicle parked in the middle of the road. What unfolded was captured on body cam footage and showcased how entitlement can lead to unexpected and painful consequences.
On the 30th of March 2024, an officer was driving around in his patrol vehicle when he noticed a suspiciously parked car in the middle of the road. After approaching the vehicle, he notices a young woman sleeping behind the wheel, so he decides to investigate.
The incident began when an officer noticed a car idling in the middle of the road late at night. Upon approaching, he observed a young woman slumped over the steering wheel, seemingly asleep. Concerned for her safety and potential impairment, the officer woke her up and asked if everything was okay.
Step over here for me. Butt over. What's going on? Put your phone in your pocket for me, please.
I had lost my
Just put your phone in your pocket for me, please.
For what?
So I can talk to you. I want to see what's going on.
Nothing. I just ran out of gas. That's it. That's all that happened.
Okay. Can you put your phone away for me, please?
For what?
Because I'm trying to talk to you.
What's up?
Can you put your phone away
What's
so we
up?
can have a conversation because you're distracted by
We
it.
can have a conversation. What's
So
up?
what's going on?
I just ran out of gas. That's
How
it.
long ago did you run out of gas?
Like 20 minutes ago. I'm waiting on somebody to pull up. That's it.
Okay.
The woman, later identified as Mia, claimed she had simply run out of gas and was waiting for help. Despite this explanation, the officer grew increasingly suspicious due to her bloodshot eyes and slurred speech.
Whatever is needed is needed. But it's all the extra stuff, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I don't have to ask.
The reason why I'm asking you, okay, is because you're slumped at the wheel here. You got heavily bloodshot, glassy eyes, and you were slurring your speech.
Okay.
When questioned further, Mia became agitated, insisting that she didn't need to explain herself or engage in conversation with law enforcement. Despite her protests, the smell of cannabis lingered inside the vehicle, raising additional red flags.
You're back. You just bit me. We're fighting. Put your hands behind your back.
I got a taser.
Do it now.
Mia's refusal to answer questions or perform field sobriety tests escalated tensions. Officers attempted to clarify why they were stopping her, blocking traffic and appearing impaired, but Mia remained uncooperative, asserting her belief that she was within her rights to remain silent.
Please, can I talk to you, please? Please, can I please talk to you? Can I please talk to you? I feel like they're harassing me.
Her demeanor gradually shifted from defensive to confrontational as the situation progressed. When asked about alcohol or drug use, she denied consuming anything, but admitted to being exhausted after finishing work at 3 a.m. Though she insisted she wasn't drunk, her behavior suggested otherwise, prompting officers to request a breath test.
This is really tight.
Okay, I'll do. What?
I
your
never
cuffs?
been to jail before. I don't know what this is like. My cuffs are really tight.
Okay, I'll double check them. Turn your body that way. Different name.
I don't know why y'all do all this because I'm waiting for my mom. My mom about to pull up and I see nobody here.
Things took a dramatic turn when officers decided to detain Mia for investigation. During the process, she physically resisted, culminating in an aggressive act, biting one of the officers. She'd crossed the line, and this prompted immediate handcuffing and transport to the station.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing, right?
What's your name?
Once there, Mia faced charges including aggravated battery toward a peace officer, resisting arrest, DUI, and operating an uninsured motor vehicle. Medical staff treated the officer's injury, which added severity to Mia's case. Investigators also uncovered inconsistencies in her story, noting that she couldn't clearly recall when or where she ran out of gas.
Sir, please. Like, I'm not drunk. I'm not nothing. They just tried to slam me to the floor because I told them my mom was waiting on some gas.
While being transported, Mia continued to express frustration, accusing officers of overstepping their authority. She argued that running out of gas wasn't illegal and questioned why she was being detained. Despite her claims of innocence, surveillance footage reviewed by investigators revealed signs of impairment, such as erratic movements and slow responses. Meanwhile, paramedics confirmed no immediate medical issues requiring hospitalization.
Yeah, it's just kind of disgusting. I don't want to go to the hospital and put those wipes on it. Okay. Central 21.
I've got a purse. I think it's her property, probably. So.
I'm gonna reach across you. Don't bite me, okay?
I'm not gonna bite you.
By the end of the interaction, Mia found herself booked into jail, facing multiple charges. Mia was charged with aggravated battery toward a peace officer, resisting or obstructing a peace officer, DUI, and operation of an uninsured motor vehicle. The biting incident led to enhanced penalties. As of the latest update, her case remains pending, with a trial date set for June 2024. On June 23, 2020, in Buffalo, New York, a heated confrontation unfolded between New York Supreme Court Justice Mark Grisanti and his neighbors. What started as a dispute over parking escalated into a full-blown street brawl, culminating in the judge fighting an officer and kicking his reputation down a flight of stairs.
A New York State Supreme Court judge is in hot water after getting in a street brawl with his neighbors.
And he friggin' whacks me, like slaps me across the face. Okay. So I'm like, are you friggin' kidding me? You ripped my friggin' necklace off, okay? So I friggin' push him.
What's more, he threatened and tackled a responding police officer when his wife was cuffed.
The incident began when one of Grisanti's neighbors parked their vehicle in a way that allegedly blocked access to his driveway. Frustrated, Grisanti made a 911 call, expressing dissatisfaction with how the situation had been handled in the past. Despite not being an emergency, dispatch instructed him to file a complaint through proper channels. However, tensions were already running high, setting the stage for what would follow.
Really was in the way of the driveway.
No. Truck right there? Okay, I didn't think so. Okay, so
But this conversation quickly comes to a halt when Grisanti's wife begins screaming again.
That's why I was saying, I went to the porch and they stopped and says that
Body cam footage revealed the extent of the altercation. Grisanti, shirtless and visibly agitated, confronted his neighbor across the street. Words quickly turned into blows, with both parties exchanging punches. The fight spilled from the driveway into the street before moving back onto Grisanti's property. Officers arrived shortly after receiving multiple calls about the disturbance, finding the scene chaotic and tense.
So you get a second to talk to you? Yeah, I'm talking to my daughter as a police officer. Okay. Okay. Ashley and Moya. Dave Cole.
You have three police officers you want to hear the story.
Hi, Luciano. I don't know, you got officers Monahan. I don't know who these guys are, but Maria's in the back of the car. Where does your daughter work for? She's in Beavis, sir.
Upon arrival, officers attempted to de-escalate the situation, but Grisanti and his wife aggressively approached them, demanding immediate action against their neighbors. When deputies placed Grisanti's wife under arrest due to her continued yelling and threats toward the neighbors, the judge intervened physically, shoving one of the officers. He claimed he was defending his wife, though his actions only heightened tensions further.
Like this. He friggin' tore this shirt, grabbing me, and friggin' ripped my necklace off, okay? Like I'm fighting the guy.
Okay.
I mean, I walked over to grab Maria.
Grisanti insisted that law enforcement misunderstood the context, repeatedly calling out names of family members who worked in law enforcement, including his daughter and son-in-law. Despite these claims, officers maintained their focus on securing the scene and ensuring safety for all involved. Eventually, Grisanti himself was detained after admitting to pushing the officer during questioning. Both he and his wife faced misdemeanor charges, though no formal indictment followed.
He's like, no, she's in handcuffs. I said, this isn't proper, and I'm pushing him like this, and I'm trying to get her. And another officer came over and said, let him do his job. He got her in handcuffs. When he did that, She calmed down.
In the aftermath, no charges were filed against Judge Mark Grisanti or his wife, though she was briefly detained. However, the New York State Commission on Judicial Conduct issued a formal censure against Judge Grisanti, marking a rare disciplinary action against a sitting state Supreme Court judge. This case serves as a reminder that even those tasked with upholding the law aren't immune to its scrutiny when they step outside their professional roles. On March 30th, 2024, officers responded to a report of erratic driving near an intersection in Lee County, New Mexico. What unfolded was captured on body cam footage and showcased how even those close to law enforcement aren't immune to poor decisions.
I don't know why he would say that. Go ahead and get up. Get in there.
Get out. I will you out. I can't listen to you. Boy.
It's just after 7 at night in Lee County, New Mexico.
The incident began when Officer Mashburn noticed a suspiciously parked black SUV partially obstructing traffic flow. Upon approaching, he observed a strong odor of alcohol emanating from inside the vehicle. The driver, later identified as Desiree Ortega, appeared disoriented and agitated, repeatedly claiming ignorance about why she had been pulled over.
She was scratching me. Did you see that? I saw your camera. So she started digging her nails in me. And intentional? Yeah. Okay, take some pictures of that.
Okay, then you can't leave yet. Anybody else get injured besides you?
While deputies survey their injuries,
despite Mashburn identifying himself as a probation officer rather than a police officer, Desiree initially refused to acknowledge his authority, insisting that unless Mashburn wore a badge and drove a marked cruiser, he lacked jurisdiction to detain her.
We'll swap them out. Need help?
When questioned further, tensions escalated quickly. Officers noted visible signs of intoxication, including bloodshot eyes and slurred speech. They also discovered multiple bottles of liquor inside the vehicle, confirming suspicions of impairment. Desiree admitted to consuming alcohol earlier, but claimed she felt fine to drive. However, her behavior suggested otherwise. Officer Mashburn had to order her out of the car. She resisted, stating she needed to call someone before complying. This refusal prompted additional deputies to approach, ensuring the situation remained under control while securing the infant seated in the back.
I don't know why he would say that. Go ahead and get up. Okay, let's go. Go ahead and get up.
No, get up. Don't.
Hey, go ahead and get up.
Get up. No.
Go ahead and get up. Go ahead and get up.
Get on me right now.
Go ahead and get up.
No, Jasmine.
Go ahead and get up.
Deputies conducted a thorough search of the vehicle after obtaining implied consent due to probable cause. Inside, they found not only bottles of liquor, but also drug paraphernalia tucked into various compartments. One deputy retrieved folded currency suspected to contain controlled substances, though this discovery wasn't immediately recorded on camera.
The evidence. No, don't you touch me.
Get up.
Well, that escalated quickly. Looks like our suspect is, let's just say, familiar with our deputies. Let's meet the man she's been referring to.
Unsurprisingly, Desiree denied ownership, blaming her sister for leaving items behind. Officers reiterated their intent to verify whether any contraband existed within the car, emphasizing the necessity of cooperation during such investigations.
Okay. Should I still have him sign a consent form?
Did you catch that? Let's rewind. It didn't take long for this deputy to discover a bag full of booze in the front seat of the car. Let's continue.
I'm good.
As officers prepared to transport Desiree to the station, she became increasingly combative. Her demeanor shifted from defensive to outright hostile, questioning Mashburn's motives and accusing him of harassment. Meanwhile, paramedics ensured the safety of the infant left in the care of nearby relatives. Throughout the interaction, Desiree maintained her innocence despite mounting evidence pointing otherwise.
This is what matters, so you need to listen. Which one did you read from?
Number 4.
Okay.
If no.
I cannot force you to take our test, but if you refuse, you will lose your New Mexico driver's license or non-residential operating privileges for 1 year. If you are convicted in a court driving while under the influence, you may also receive a greater sentence because you...
During transport, officers explained the charges Desiree faced, including DUI, reckless driving, and possession of controlled substances. She dismissed these accusations, arguing that she hadn't endangered anyone since no accidents occurred during her journey. Officers highlighted how, on top of everything else she had done, failing sobriety tests contributed to reasonable suspicion. warranting her arrest.
In a court of driving while under the influence, you'll also receive a greater sentence because you refuse to be tested. Do you understand, Desiree? You do understand. At this time, do you wish to take our test? Desiree, do you wish to take the test or not? Desiree, do you wish to take the test? Well, we have a job to do. You've already been read twice. I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you want to take the test or not?
At the station, investigators reviewed surveillance footage showing Desiree exiting the vehicle upon arrival, attempting to flee before being apprehended. During booking procedures, she expressed frustration over losing access to her phone, repeatedly asking officers to contact her family members and her boyfriend, who happened to be a cop.
Back at the station, our drunken suspect keeps up with her indecision.
Hey everybody, we're going to get you right back to that body cam in just a minute, but here's a question for you. What a lot of the body cams on this channel make clear? I don't know, but the world is just a crazy and totally unpredictable place. Well, one of the most unpredictable things that can happen to you in life is if you get injured.
Desiree underwent standard field sobriety testing, revealing severe impairments. A breathalyzer test indicated her blood alcohol concentration far exceeded the legal limit, solidifying grounds for the DUI charge. Investigators documented every step meticulously, noting inconsistencies between her statements and observed behaviors. For instance, while claiming fatigue after working late shifts, her energy levels spiked whenever confronted with evidence against her, a classic sign of defensiveness often seen in impaired individuals.
Are you going to take the test or not so we can get you over to the jail? You're not going to take the test?
I want to go home.
So you're refusing to take the test? We can't take you home. No, we can't.
Please.
So listen up. This is going to be the last time I tell you. You've already been read implied consent 5 times. Are you going to take the test or not? If you say anything other than a yes or a no, that's your answer is no. If you say yes, then we'll get you in here, we'll take the test. Those are your options. All right, let's get up so we can go and take the test. Let's just ride inside.
Well, looks like Desiree is not too happy coming face to face with this deputy again. Let's keep going.
I'll do.
No, we're going.
It's a conflict.
She's not doing anything.
I'm not doing anything.
So we're going in
It's
here
a
to take
conflict.
the test. So first of all, look, we're not going to argue. We can put you back in the unit.
While reviewing the case, officials determined Desiree violated numerous ordinances beyond DUI. Officers cited reckless driving based on witness reports describing her weaving across lanes prior to stopping. Additionally, she failed to display proper license plates, which heightened initial suspicions. Under New Mexico law, unregistered vehicles can justify stops, though Mashburn arguably mishandled the encounter by escalating unnecessarily.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. All right. All right, give it a second. It's going to ask for a second sample.
I cannot lose my kids.
Okay, we got one more
can't.
test.
So, my ex-husband is on cocaine and everything. I cannot lose my kids. Not to him.
Desiree recorded a blood alcohol level of 0.36.
Once Desiree entered custody, officers detailed additional charges stemming from her resistance. These included resisting arrest, battery against a peace officer, and obstruction of justice. Body cam footage revealed moments where she physically resisted commands, culminating in biting one officer who attempted to restrain her. Those actions significantly increased penalties. Despite her protests, investigators linked her actions directly to substance abuse.
That's not me, that's Boudreaux.
While she's en route there, let's head back to the scene where we hear the other side of this story from Sergeant White himself.
In the aftermath, local media covered the story extensively, sparking debates over appropriate responses to intoxicated citizens. Some praised officers for maintaining professionalism amidst provocation. Others criticized Mashburn for initiating the stop without clear justification. Notably, Desiree filed complaints alleging misconduct, though internal reviews upheld deputies' actions as lawful under prevailing conditions. Ultimately, she pleaded guilty to several counts, finally accepting responsibility for her choices that evening.
Just like not accelerating, but you know, if you got your car and drive and you just come off the brake, you'll start rolling.
So she
literally rolled from here to right there. I ran up, I snatched the door open, I put the car in park, I turned it off. I didn't see the key fob, but I have my spare. I keep my spare in my unit. Watch your road. Yo, watch your back, bro. I I put it in park. I turned the car off. I didn't say a word to her.
By early April 2024, authorities finalized charges against Desiree Ortega. She was formally charged with aggravated battery toward a peace officer, DUI, reckless driving, resisting arrest, and open container violations. Following plea agreements, she received sentences involving jail time, community service, and fines. No updates followed concerning disciplinary actions taken against Officer Mashburn. In August 2017, a dramatic incident unfolded at an Albuquerque dog park when off-duty police officer Josh Malecki allegedly attacked a man named Sean. What followed was captured on body cam footage and highlighted the dangers of bringing personal disputes into professional settings.
Alrighty, so what happened? In fact, do you need EMS to come out and check you out?
I'm not sure how I look. Okay. My head is really sore and it's getting swollen in multiple places.
David 635, go ahead and send me 4355 and have them come west of the dog park. So, what happened?
Someone ran down the hill. I was sitting here exercising and just...
30-year-old male, multiple blows to the head, swelling on the side of the face. He is conscious and breathing.
Just came down and jumped me and started hitting me in the head.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
Okay. And from what I understand...
The encounter began when Sean, a 30-year-old man, was exercising near the dog park. Suddenly, Malecki appeared, delivering multiple blows to Sean's head before fleeing the scene. Despite sustaining injuries, swelling and bruises around his face, Sean remained conscious and breathing.
Alrighty, so let me get your name. Sean?
Yep, S-H-A-U-N.
And last name.
People call you guys? That was not...
Yeah. You know what day of the week it is, Sean?
It's Sunday.
You know what month we're in?
November.
What year is it?
2017.
Who's president?
Trump.
How many quarters in a dollar?
4.
You have any medical issues? Allergic to anything?
Nothing more.
Okay, cool. Did you lose consciousness at all? Did he just use his hands, feet?
I think just his hands, yeah.
Okay. Good, buddy? Yeah. He's not here and he doesn't want to press charges anyway. It's an ongoing issue. It's just never been violent. Now it's violent.
All right.
And I think it may be because the chick that's over here is the wife.
Of the other dude?
Of the suspect.
Oh.
So it might be you're sleeping with my wife.
When questioned by officers, he explained that he had no prior physical issues with Malecki, but he suspected the attack stemmed from Malecki discovering Sean's ongoing affair with his wife, Stephanie. This revelation set the stage for what would become a complex investigation involving infidelity, workplace misconduct, and potential abuse of authority. During questioning, officers noted Sean's reluctance to press charges despite the severity of the assault. Sean argued that pressing charges might escalate tensions further, especially given Malecki's history of volatile behavior. Though Malecki hadn't physically harmed him before, Sean admitted to feeling unsafe moving forward. Officers reassured him that regardless of whether charges were filed, they would document the incident thoroughly. When asked about the missing car key, a black fob found nowhere near the scene, Sean speculated that Malecki might have taken it during the altercation. Investigators later confirmed this suspicion after reviewing security footage showing Malecki leaving hurriedly while clutching something small in his hand. The officers then advised Sean to consider obtaining a civil restraining order against Malecki, explaining its limitations yet importance in deterring future violence.
The guy just came downhill and beat the crap out of him. So.
I'm heading over to RNS.
Okay. Okay, Sean, because you don't want to press charges, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write an informational report on this. It's going to have you, it's going to have him, and it's going to have her. On what happened.
Press charges? I've never been in one fight in my entire life.
Okay.
Never been hit.
So, if you feel like this is an ongoing thing and it's just escalated to this, 9 times out of 10, I can't even say that. Sometimes it'll escalate even worse. Like, he may put you in the hospital. Or worse.
He's not right then.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a chat with her and find out the situation, what's going on. So once EMS gets here, we'll have another chat.
Who's that?
Huh?
Who is it?
Oh, I got
Okay, man. What's your name?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, Malecki's estranged wife, corroborated Sean's account during subsequent interviews. She admitted to lying repeatedly about the affair, claiming she did so to protect both herself and Sean. However, Malecki eventually uncovered the truth, leading to increasingly aggressive behavior toward Sean. Notably, Malecki had been suspended earlier that year following a DWI arrest while driving his take-home police vehicle. That suspension came with pay, allowing Malecki time to stew over perceived slights, like the one involving Sean.
I mean, it's totally up to you. If you don't feel safe, if you feel like this is going to progress onto something, it's going to get written up anyway. And
what does that mean?
There's going to be a report made, and it's going to go. I take it you know who her husband is, so it's going to go up through the department.
You know who he is too, right?
Yeah. It's going to go up through the department, and it's going to go to internal affairs because he still is an employee. But if you don't feel safe, I mean, even after this, if something else happens, so they're going to be here in...
They'll be here by 9 o'clock, they said.
Okay.
Hopefully sooner, they said 45 minutes.
While no immediate charges were pursued due to Sean's decision not to press charges, Internal Affairs launched an inquiry into Malecki's conduct. Days later, Malecki resigned from APD amid mounting pressure, though his case lingered until May 2018, when he pleaded guilty to DWI charges. The assault incident remains unresolved, serving as yet another blot on Malecki's record.